Breaking news, Spider fans! The multiverse is on the brink again. But this time, it's not just about saving the world, it's about saving every world. A mysterious, godlike force is building a spider army for a deadly game, one that could erase entire realities. And leading the charge, a brand new squad of spiders, including a hulked out Peter Parker. Will they survive, or will the web of life itself be torn apart? Let's crack open Web of Spider-Verse New Blood #1 and find out. Our story begins with spiders. Builders by nature, crafting intricate webs. Some spiders spin webs of silk, others spin webs of meaning. Across the vast expanse of the multiverse, these spiders tirelessly weave together something complex, delicate, and vital. The great web of life and destiny. It's a web that connects every spider hero across realities, binding their fates, their struggles, and their responsibilities together. At the very core of this cosmic web lies the web heart, an essence aware of a coming crisis, a destructive war threatening every spider across the multiverse. To avoid this catastrophe, the web heart has arranged a great game, a decisive battle where champions will fight for survival. Each spider chosen carries a unique strength, a distinct trait, a leader, a wild card, a revolutionary, a weapon, an artist, and an orphan. But one crucial piece remains missing, and the web heart extends its consciousness, searching desperately through infinite possibilities to find this final spider hero. Meanwhile, in another reality, we meet Peter Parker, the spectacular Spider-Man. Blessed with proportional strength of a spider, yet ironically an underdog amidst titans and literal gods. Imagine holding up the weight of legends like the Hulk and Thor. Spider-Man often wondered what life would be like if he possessed the Hulk's strength, but suddenly imagination became unnecessary. A shocking surge of power strikes him, altering him dramatically. In one electrifying instant, Spider-Man's greatest wish turns into his most monstrous nightmare. And as he lets out a monstrous roar, only one thought races through his mind. What have I become? Peter bursts into MJ's apartment through the window. Costume ripped, acting oddly casual. MJ is shocked. This isn't typical Parker stealth. But Peter brushes off her concerns, even smiling about it. Suddenly, a sinister laugh echoes from outside. Green Goblin is attacking, and it's clear Peter led him right there. Before MJ can fully comprehend what's happening, Peter undergoes a terrifying transformation into a monstrous Hulk-like version of himself, declaring angrily, "The angrier I get, the better." Now fully transformed into Spider-Hulk, Peter leaps ferociously at Green Goblin, effortlessly smashing through Goblin's explosives. Goblin is completely overwhelmed as Spider-Hulk declares himself unbeatable. But as Spider-Hulk celebrates his brute strength, MJ is suddenly snatched away by an unseen attacker, highlighting Peter's blind spot. Dr. Octopus reveals himself, holding MJ hostage with his tentacles. Doc Ock mocks Spider-Hulk for exposing his weakness, MJ. Spider-Hulk attempts to save her, but is suddenly blindsided by Rhino, crashing into him brutally. In a rage, Spider-Hulk retaliates, slamming Rhino viciously into the pavement. Despite Peter's newfound strength, MJ watches in horror, realizing that raw power has overtaken reason, and Peter might be losing himself entirely. Spider-Hulk looms menacingly over MJ after taking down Rhino. But just as he reaches out, he hesitates, recognizing her, his anger fading into confusion. MJ, shaken but brave, turns and quietly walks away, leaving Spider-Hulk bewildered. Police swarm the scene, guns blazing, forcing Spider-Hulk to escape into the distance. Reflecting on the chaos, Peter's inner thoughts warn, "If you're thinking about becoming a Hulk, take it from me, maybe think twice." Peter, now back to normal, walks alone on a quiet roadside, haunted by the recent chaos. Passing another young man, he reflects on how his Hulk transformation might guarantee strength, but it costs him everything else: friends, control, and his own identity. The enormous shadow of Spider-Hulk looms metaphorically behind him, symbolizing the dark, uncontrollable force he's become. Elsewhere in the Spider-Verse, Spider-Hulk swings dramatically through the city, his incredible strength on full display. Yet, the web heart watches, pondering whether such immense power is worth the risk. It concludes, Spider-Hulk lacks self-control, clarity, and purpose, qualities crucial for the spider team they're assembling. Thus, the search continues for a more suitable spider hero. The year is 198X, and Mary Jane Van Helsing, yes, you heard right, is sitting in a dingy tavern, bored out of her mind, nursing a drink. She's been hired by the locals to take care of another vampire infestation. The problem this time, a certain Count Parker, who's apparently turned vamp after messing around with spider venom because experimenting with vampire spiders always ends well, right? MJ doesn't care about sob stories anymore. This is strictly business. She gears up, mentally prepping herself for another night of slay for pay. MJ arrives at the Erie mansion, immediately ambushed by vampire familiars, mind-controlled townsfolk. But she isn't fazed, taking them down effortlessly, cracking jokes about their predictable dreams of murder, as she expertly breaks bones and leaves them incapacitated but alive. They might recover after staking Count Parker after all. MJ casually banters about her own dreams of maybe retiring from hunting, settling down, even starting a family. Classic MJ, badass with a soft side. MJ carefully enters the creepy, web-covered mansion. Inside, it's less Dracula, more mad scientist lair. Count Parker clearly had a passion for creating twisted animal-human hybrids, suspended in eerie tanks, Rhino unmistakably among them. MJ sarcastically admires his collection, she's seen worse, and counts down, knowing exactly what's about to happen. As expected, Rhino's monstrous eye snaps open. The hunt is on, and MJ's night just got a lot more interesting. MJ dives straight into the fray, easily taking down the monstrous Rhino hybrid with a sharpened stake. After all, stakes aren't just for vampires. She makes her way confidently into Count Parker's inner sanctum, quipping sarcastically about how his days are numbered. But the Count, lounging casually in spiderwebs, sarcastically applauds her dramatic entrance from above, almost tauntingly inviting her in. Count Parker launches into an attack, taunting MJ with arrogant charm, boasting theatrically as they fight through the room. MJ battles fiercely, feeling a thrill she's tried to suppress. This isn't just another job. Just as she's about to land the killing blow, something makes her hesitate. Staring into Parker's face, she suddenly realizes that maybe, just maybe, there's more to this than another routine vampire stakeout. MJ's moment of hesitation costs her dearly. Count Parker sinks his fangs into her, transforming her into one of his kind. At first, the pain is unbearable, but then it feels surprisingly good. She joins him willingly, embracing her new undead life and family of monstrous hybrids and vampires. Ironically, MJ finally finds excitement and belonging in the darkest possible place, smiling as she declares, "Let's get him, Tiger!" But elsewhere, unseen eyes observe them. Though this vampire Spider-Man and his dark Mary Jane radiate charisma and power, they lack the deeper clarity and purpose needed. The Web Heart concludes their search must continue elsewhere, leaving MJ and Count Parker behind, lost in their twisted paradise. Welcome to Earth 2501, what's left of it anyway. Humanity's nearly wiped out after a brutal Kree invasion. In this devastated world, we find Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and his uncle, Aaron Davis, the Prowler, working with Ramona to protect what's left of humanity. They're in trouble. A Kree control ship is scanning for survivors, and their cloaking tech won't hold. Ramona reluctantly asks Miles and Aaron for help, knowing they might not return. Miles and Aaron infiltrate the massive Kree control ship, quickly making their way inside. Aaron finds an easy solution: sabotage the entire ship with explosives. But Miles protests, believing nobody has to die. They can disable it without sacrificing lives. Aaron's frustrated, questioning Miles's unwavering optimism. But Miles stands firm, feeling deeply that this is the hero he's meant to be. Reflecting on his origins, Miles recalls the spider bite that gave him powers, seemingly random chance, yet identical to Spider-Man's own. To Miles, it can't just be coincidence, it's destiny. Inspired by Spider-Man's legacy, Miles swears he'll always uphold the same values, saving lives without compromising his morals, no matter how bleak the world becomes. He's determined not just to honor Spider-Man's legacy, but to embody it himself. Inside the Kree ship, tensions rise. Aaron argues that Miles doesn't truly know how Spider-Man would have handled such an impossible situation. But seeing Miles' resolve, Aaron relents, agreeing to trust Miles' instincts. Together, they slip deeper into the ship undetected, until Kree soldiers start closing in. Reaching the control room, Miles desperately tries hacking the system. But everything's changed, and panic starts to set in. Before they can find a new plan, a Kree soldier bursts into the room, firing an energy blast aimed directly at Miles. Aaron leaps heroically in front of Miles, taking the deadly shot himself. Miles screams, devastated. In anguish, Miles takes down the soldier instantly. Kneeling beside his gravely wounded uncle, Aaron delivers his final words. Sometimes the rules designed to oppress must be broken. He reminds Miles of his strength, telling him how proud he is and that he loves him before slipping away. Miles is left shattered yet resolute, now carrying his uncle's wisdom as well as Spider-Man's legacy. In the aftermath, Miles Morales has evolved. He embraces his Uncle Aaron's legacy, becoming not just Spider-Man, but something more intense, darker. He is now the Spider-Prowler. He fights with resolve, fiercely leading survivors through the shadows of a ravaged world. Not a typical hero, but undeniably a formidable and relentless protector. As Spider-Prowler swings defiantly through the chaos, he catches the attention of the mysterious Watcher. Among countless spiders across the multiverse, this Miles Morales stands apart, a heart hardened but uncorrupted, a warrior tempered by loss and war. The web heart finally knows it has found the one. Miles is chosen, ready for something greater, and now the stage is set. Soon, the great game begins. And that's where this issue ends. But what happens next in the web of Venomverse? Guess we'll have to wait and see. Got theories? Drop them in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more.